Alright, y'all. What's going on, everybody? DMV Air 8 back in the building with yet another video where today. Whew, it's already late at night where I am, and just processing what's gonna happen tomorrow. But I just don't know what's gonna happen, man. Like, legitimately. All my mind can focus on right now is this game tomorrow between the Lions and the Ravens. You got the Lions coming off a dominant win in Tampa Bay, destroying the Bucks 20-6. Meanwhile, on the other side, you got Baltimore just outlasting Tennessee in London by a score of 24-16. These two teams are going to go at each other tomorrow afternoon at the bank, which should be a classic. But, as we all saw on Sunday, and I've been saying this time and time again, I want to see a game filled with consistency, efficiency, and most importantly, you're taking care of business against a team that you have to beat. There were some moments that you were consistent, but at the same time, there were plenty of moments where you guys struggled to score in the red zone. There was a lot of moments of inconsistency, and there were some missed opportunities to get a touchdown when you're at like the 1 yard line. So that's a big concern heading into tomorrow against the Detroit Lions. And that's what I fear facing their defense, which they have a really good defensive line that can stop the run. Their offense is just very explosive with Jared Goff. And I'm just not so sure if this team can get it done and pull off a massive victory. Even though we're 3-point favorites, we're going to be treated like underdogs facing Jared Goff and the Lions tomorrow. I don't know why we're favoring this one, but it is what it is. You got the 5-1 Detroit Lions against the 4-2 Baltimore Ravens. Like I said, I'm not so sure what's going to happen tomorrow. But what I do know is that this is definitely a statement game. I'm going to tell you guys right now. This is going to be a statement game. Who is going to win the battle of the trenches tomorrow? We got a team with the second-ranked defense going up against the third-ranked offense in the league. There's just a lot at stake for both teams. One of them is going to win and walk out with a victory, gaining morale heading into week 7 and getting a huge boost going into late October. If the Ravens can get it done tomorrow, that would be great. But like I said in my week 7 predictions, I did not pick them to win this game. I'm dead serious. I did not pick them to win this game. Because I was not so sure if they can really pull off this victory going against a Lions team that's hungry to go into greater heights as the season goes on. And they're legitimate threats to the NFC. And with the way that we've been playing throughout the last couple weeks, I'm just not so sure if we can really get the job done tomorrow. But I will say this though. Here are the keys to victory. The purpose of this video that I'm making right now is because I want this team to succeed, and more importantly, I want them to play a consistent game of football for 60 minutes. So, here are the keys to victory if the Ravens can pull off this victory. Number one, Offensively, it's about balance. Looking at the Lions defense, they have a great run defense, but their secondary can be exposed at times. So, receivers, including tight ends, have got to step up. They legitimately have to step it up. Making plays down the field, catching the football. Whenever Lamar throws a deep pass, you got to catch the ball at all costs. Even if it's just a short pass, you got to catch the football. Dropping balls is just going to cost your offense some plays, some yards that you really need to pick up. And worst of all, if you don't pick up first downs and you go on a short drive, that's going to make your defense tire out. It will not help your defense out. So, all you got to do is just keep moving the ball downfield, get to the red zone, and score. That's what we tried to do at times against Tennessee last week, but there were a lot of times where we just failed to score in the red zone. So you got to capitalize when you're in the red zone, make plays happen, and catch the ball. That's what the offense has to do. As far as the run game goes, like I said, the Lions defense have a great run defense. It's all about balance. And they're just going to come with the emphasis of stopping Lamar Jackson this one. So be wise with the run game. Utilize it perfectly. I'm trusting Todd Monken's offense to get it done. And most definitely, I'm trusting my quarterback to get it done tomorrow afternoon. Now on to the defensive side, number 2. Generate pressure. The pass rush showed up last week against Ryan Tannehill and the Titans. 6 sacks. That's great. But that don't matter heading into week 7. You look at this Lions offense on paper, the stats are just mind-blowing. Run or pass, they will make explosive plays down the field. Especially this one guy, which the Ravens must lock into. Wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown. This guy is a great receiver that Jared Goff can target all day to throw. Like, legitimately, he has all day to throw to give it to that guy, Amon-Ra St. Brown. And, of course, Jordan Montgomery, he did get hurt, but the run game is it's okay, but the defensive line's got to show up. The front 7 legitimately has to show up. Secondary, lock in and stop Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's the one guy, the one threat the Ravens must stop. And number 3, do not play conservative. If you play conservative, you're going to legitimately blow the leads heading down to the final 15 minutes of a game. I've seen this throughout the first 6 weeks. We play conservative, and we're on the verge of blowing leads, and that's why our 2 losses, we lost the leads because we played too conservative. That's just completely unacceptable. You cannot play conservative when you have like a double-digit lead. That's going to cost your team the game if you play conservative. And if that happens tomorrow, me and a lot of Ravens fans will have a miserable Monday. And everyone's going to call out everybody that's in that locker room. Now, especially the coaching staff, too. They got to make decisions that will not cost this team the game. And more importantly, make decisions that will win us the game. Like, the defense has played so well throughout the first 6 weeks. But mainly they're let down by their offense. Now, I'm not saying this to blame anybody on the offense, because I want them to step up tomorrow. Like, not here to blame anybody. I just want this offense to step up. They have to step it up. Because with the way they've been playing for the last 2 weeks, we seriously got to make the adjustments. Heading to tomorrow's game, a lot of expectations, a lot of high hopes, a lot of hype, and most importantly, the intensity is just on another level right now. Now, before I end this video, I just want to say that as a Ravens fan, obviously I want them to win the game, like I said. But, as an objective fan, making the picks and predictions, I got to do my job at all times. And like I said last video, I picked the Detroit Lions to win this game by a close margin, which I believe will be a 28-24 final, but we will lose in a disappointing fashion. Because I just don't know if this team can really get it done tomorrow. But what I do know is that it's going to be a very intense game, that I trust my guys to get it done. And they're going to go out there and give every single bit of effort that they're going to possibly put out there against a tough Detroit Lions team that is a legitimate threat to the NFC. That's all I got to say. But I just don't want them to go out there and embarrass themselves. Because if they just bow down to them, that's going to be a huge letdown. The fan base will just be around them. They'll go out there and be behind their backs and do everything they can to motivate them. And this team just has to give it their all. It's week 7. Just go out there and make a statement. And show everybody that this is Ravens football. Show everybody out there this is going to be Baltimore Ravens football. On the field, and that you are showing consistency. That's what I want to see. I want you guys to show consistency for 60 minutes of football. And that's my final message. If you want to beat the Detroit Lions tomorrow, go out there and show some consistency. Give it your all, and do not bow down to Detroit at all. With that being said, that is all I gotta say. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the recap. Let's get it tomorrow.